ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC7 News at Noon.
Orland voters have approved a new fire station for the town. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. Ellsworth Police Department controversy has begun to play out in court. And we'll tell you about the groundhog's prediction for how much longer winter will last. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories in just a moment. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey Susan, happy Thursday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Here we are, wind chill warnings now in effect until Saturday evening at 7 p.m. We'll be dealing with wind chill values of 50 to 60 below. Yes, you heard me right. This will be occurring as we head towards Friday into your Saturday. Also a winter storm watch in the northern ends of the state for just 1 inch of snow, but blowing and drifting snow will be an issue with blizzard-like conditions possible in these areas. On top of that, a gale warning in effect until 4 p.m. as we head towards your Saturday as well. And one more advisory, a freezing spray advisory. With how cold the temperatures will be, the water will splash up on shore and cause some issues with freezing at least until 4 p.m. as we head towards your Saturday. So a lot to break down. But for now, we are quiet. All the activities off toward the north and west. We'll be watching for increasing cloud stays. We'll be watching for the system that will begin to move in, and we'll see the clouds moving in with the snow tracking from the north and west to the south and east. Basically by 4 o'clock, our lives really change with falling temperatures, with a gusty northwest wind, and that will mean it's going to get very cold throughout the day on Friday into Saturday before things begin to improve. Winds will be out of the southwest at about 15 miles per hour sustained at times, maybe getting close to 20 to 25 miles per hour along the coast. So that's why we got to watch this very closely with these colder winds and wind chills that will be moving in from time to time. Hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, though. Mostly cloudy skies, temperatures in the 20s and 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. We have some breaking news this noon. Firefighters are at the scene of a fire on the Hog Bay Road in Surrey. The call came in a little after 9 this morning. Not much information is available at this time. Crews from several towns are on the scene. The building was fully engulfed in flames when firefighters arrived. We'll have much more on this story tonight at 6. Authorities have identified the person who died in a multi-unit apartment building fire in Caribou. The fire on Water Street happened on January 25th. Maine Department of Public Safety spokesperson Shannon Moss says 30-year-old Jason Donahue died in that fire. The Maine State Police and the Fire Marshal's office continue to investigate the facts and circumstances that precipitated the fire. The town of Orland said yes last night to the construction of a brand new fire station. Residents in the town voted 259 to 105 in favor of the $4 million project. It's not exactly clear when construction will begin, but the new station will be built on Gray Meadow Road. The new station is expected to include an additional bay, higher ceilings, dedicated areas for decontamination, and improved ventilation and drainage. Knowing how to be safe in the deep freeze temperatures we're expecting includes knowing how to best keep your home safe. We spoke to professionals at Nichols Plumbing and Drain Cleaning. They say it's important to pay attention to temperatures both inside and outside to make sure you don't end up with frozen pipes. If your pipes do freeze, here's a great tip to stay safe while fixing the problem.
I would say the first thing you don't want to do is use an open flame. Using your open flame, you have a high risk of having a fire. We see that every year. One of the biggest things you like to use is either a hair dryer or a heat gun. I would say definitely take your hand and see how far away you are from your heat gun or your hair dryer, just because they also get very hot and you don't want to create a fire that way.
John also says turning your thermostat up a few degrees will help to make sure the pipes don't freeze, especially if you live in a trailer or a house with very little insulation. Also, putting a blanket around your pipes and opening the cupboard doors will help to keep your water running. With the temperatures expected to steadily plunge through the rest of the week, multiple organizations around the state are operating as warming centers, and they're opening their doors to help. One of these places is the Bangor Area Recovery Network at 142 Center Street in Brewer, which will be welcoming anyone in need starting at 6 p.m. this Friday. They'll be offering warmth, snacks, and drinks, and even pancakes the following morning. Executive Director Robert Fickett spoke about the importance of offering a helping hand.
The temperatures are going to be so low Friday night that people who don't have shelter could die. So first and foremost, it's about saving lives. I want to be that person for somebody that just extends a kind hand and offers a warm place.
You can see some of the available warming centers right there on your screen. There are facilities in a number of communities across our region, including others that are not listed here. For a complete list, head to our website, foxbangor.com. The controversy over the decision to move the Ellsworth police station has begun to play out in court. The first hearing on the issue was held Wednesday. Our Matthew Durantzik has the story.
City Councilor Steve O'Halloran and 3 businesses filed a motion to issue a temporary restraining order to halt renovations after they say the city of Ellsworth did not give the public enough notice about moving its police station. Justice Bruce Maloney rejected the motion Wednesday in court, saying there was not enough evidence at this time.
I will not be able to grant the TRO.
Lawyers from both sides had their opinions on the outcome.
Temporary restraining orders have a very high burden of proof, so it wasn't unexpected, but it's also always very useful to work with the court and the other lawyers to sort of frame the issues that will be considered on the appeal, this ADB appeal that we've talked about.
That was what we expected because there was no basis to temporarily suspend the city's action.
The judge said his decision was also based on the fact that the plaintiff missed deadlines when filing the motion to stop construction for the new police station. Residents of the city were in attendance, and some say they believe this was the right call.
I think it went as I expected it would. I didn't think the temporary injunction would be granted, and I was glad that the motion to dismiss was not granted, and I thought that was fair.
This was the first of multiple hearings. Eaton Peabody attorney Michael Hodgins says he believes the judge will rule in favor of the city come May, when he says the case is expected to be resolved.
There's nothing today that suggested to us that the arguments are really any different on the merits. And at the end of the day, we think that the city followed the proper procedures, but we'll have to let the court decide that.
In Ellsworth, Matthew Durantzik reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Coming up on ABC7 News at noon, there's a new bill to arm Maine's teachers and security guards in schools. We'll take a look when we return.
I'm Phil Levesque, president of Levesque Business Solutions. We're a family-owned Maine business since 1963. We're your one-stop shop for great office products at affordable rates. From copiers to office furniture to PPE, we've got it all warehoused right here in Bangor. We're your local small Maine business with a dedicated staff providing honest and friendly customer service, top-of-the-line tech support, and the option of in-house leasing. Let us help you get back to business.
Living in Maine means long, cold winters and hot, humid summers. Whatever the weather, Bangor Heat Pumps is your solution. Open 24/7, Bangor Heat Pumps takes care of you at home or at work. We operate statewide and service all brands and models. Understanding moving can be stressful. We will help move any units you may have. We offer a veterans discount in our home with a Capeless Hero discount. Visit us online at BangorHeatPumpsLLC.com or call or text us at 307-7746. Bangor Heat Pumps.
Everybody that home runs, huh?
Hey, pass me the keys, Rob. I haven't had anything to drink.
Good idea.
We've learned to speak up to prevent drinking and driving. Now let's speak up to prevent texting and driving.
What are you doing, Mommy?
Here, let me do that for you.
So sorry. I don't know what I was thinking.
Speak up. Lives depend on it. Don't drive intoxicated. Don't drive intoxicated. A sobering message from AAA.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Alpenglow Adventure Sports, Jackson Automotive Incorporated, Rose Bicycle, Silver Fox Automotive, The Family Dog, and The Local. When Rowell's Garage in Dover Foxcroft wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Armed teachers and security guards at schools. It's an idea Republican lawmakers are proposing at the State House in response to school shootings. Mel Meyer has more.
I think the time has come.
Representative Stephen Foster says he started thinking about this bill after seeing the Parkland shooting when 17 people were shot and killed at a Florida high school.
And during the first reports, it came out that an educator, a coach, had given his life to try to protect students.
His bill would allow school employees to have or use a gun at public or approved private schools, so long as they undergo specific trainings and are authorized to do this by the school board. This would be voluntary for employees.
I put some stipulations in here.
Democratic Representative Vicky Dudera, co-chair for the legislature's Gun Safety Caucus, says in a statement, "We all want to keep our children safe in schools. It is our top priority. But our caucus believes that putting guns in the classroom is not the way to do it. And the teachers we have spoken with are not in favor of this measure."
And it's not the trend we want to see Maine go in, or certainly any other state in the country.
Lynn Ellis is with the Maine Gun Safety Coalition.
Adding firearms to a situation doesn't solve the problem. And there are many other ways to go around making schools safer.
Her group believes teachers wouldn't get the same level of training as law enforcement.
Teachers are there to teach our children, make them feel safe and secure.
In some of the school shootings across the nation, there were trained law enforcement present that were unable to stop the threat. How do you respond to that kind of criticism?
Well, I understand that. I think in some of those cases, it's been shown that the actions were not what we would consider up to standard.
Representative Foster argues you don't know how someone might react in these situations until it happens. CBS 13 reached out to the Maine Education Association, which represents thousands of Maine educators, to ask about this issue, but we did not receive a response.
February brings unpredictable weather that can contribute to a blood supply shortage. Storms can force blood drives to be canceled. The American Red Cross is closely monitoring the weather, and they are urging anyone with type O blood to donate, especially if you have type O negative. They're also hoping a wide range of people will turn out to give blood at a diversity blood drive being held at the Donor Center in Bangor on February 10th.
I'm looking for Black donors to come out and donate blood because 1 in 3 Black donors are a match for sickle cell, and that would be amazing because in the U.S. alone there's about over 100,000 people with sickle cell disease, and it's a chronic disease that is debilitating and unfortunately does not have a cure.
Anyone who donates blood in February gets a $10 Amazon gift card and is entered for a chance to win a trip for 2 to Florida. To find out where blood drives are being held in your area or to make an appointment, go to redcrossblood.org. For months now, residents in a small town have been on a wild goose chase. Devin Dagnall swooped in to talk turkey with those involved.
Since late last summer, a few residents in the town of Plymouth have taken the Canadian goose that they call Lucky Duck under their wing. A few eagle-eyed residents noticed Lucky Duck was having problems with his wing and tried to help him the best they could by fencing off an area and offering food and shelter.
I put a crate there and I put hay in the crate, and I've been feeding him, and I'm just letting him slowly get used to the changes. And he keeps coming up on shore, and I made a nest area where I packed it all down, and so he's getting used to things, and he knows that nobody's going to hurt him here.
As the seasons changed and Lucky Duck stayed around, residents became worried that the injury was more serious than initially thought. With the rapid drop in temperature expected this weekend, local resident Steve Dupuis worries that if Lucky Duck is not taken out of the cold, he may not survive.
He's always been there. Every time we come down here, he's been right there and watch this. Oh, he's still here. Oh my gosh, he's not going to make it. Yeah. He's losing weight. You can see that, and if we don't get rid of him or get him somewhere, he's going to die.
According to Dupuis, there have been a few attempts to corral Lucky Duck so he can be taken to the Avian Haven, where they would offer more specialized care. But none have been successful.
I've tried catching him maybe twice, 3 times with a net. As soon as he sees you coming, he heads for the water. Once he gets in the water, it's almost impossible to get him.
Dupuis says he is planning one final attempt to get duck to the haven this Friday at 9 a.m. Until then, the goose is loose. In Plymouth, Devin Dagnall for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
After the break, we'll find out what you can do to determine your risk for falls and prevent injuries. We'll be right back.
After getting into a car accident, my husband and I weren't sure of how to deal with the other insurance company.
We made the decision to reach out to the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
One phone call got the ball rolling.
It was a free evaluation, but it was a big relief.
They were easy to work with, and it was clear right away that they cared about our situation.
Knowing that we had Joe's team working for us
and fighting for us
meant that I could focus on healing.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Hey, Maine. How are you? Yes, you. How are you really? It's a question we rarely ask ourselves. But to Northern Light Health, how you are means a lot. So we're out here asking and encouraging you to ask the people in your life, starting with yourself. So ask away. Then connect with us at northernlighthealth.org/howareyu.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Coastal Auto Parts, Comfort Shoes and more, Gilman Electrical Supply, Huff Power Sports, Quang Lee Restaurant, and R&K Variety.
The Fed is raising interest rates yet again, this time another 0.25 percentage points. The decision could affect your finances. ABC's Ika Jachi is in Washington with more.
This morning, the Federal Reserve raising its short-term borrowing rate by another quarter point, the latest in a string of borrowing cost increases aimed at slowing the economy and easing inflation, a move that risks tipping the economy into a recession. The Fed's decision comes just a week after a government report showed inflation slowing down in December, marking 6 months of smaller price increases.
The falling inflation, that's a good thing for the Fed.
Consumer prices rose 6.5% over the year-long period ending in December, a significant slowdown from a summer peak.
Recent developments are encouraging. We will need substantially more evidence to be confident that inflation is on a sustained downward path.
Prices are cooling, but you're still paying about 10.4% more than a year ago for food. The latest rate hike will mean paying more for your credit card. The average household credit card debt is just under $6,500. The new rate hike means you'll pay an additional $123 in interest. Some positive news, the labor market has proven resilient. In December, employers added 233,000 jobs, bringing the total job openings to 11 million, the largest since July. As the economy recovers from the pandemic, a new threat, the looming debt ceiling shutdown. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy meeting with President Biden for an hour at the White House. McCarthy emerging from the meeting sounding optimistic.
I thought this was a good meeting there. I think at the end of the day, we can find common ground.
The White House has come out and said both McCarthy and President Biden had a frank and straightforward dialogue that will continue. Now, the White House said Biden made it clear that they cannot allow the U.S. to default and that this obligation is not negotiable. Biden did welcome a separate discussion on reducing the deficit, but that the two issues should not be linked.
In a stunning development for a sitting president, the FBI conducted a third search of President Biden's home Wednesday. They converged at the Delaware property to search for more classified documents. None were located. It was the third search since classified documents were found at his former office in November. The White House says it's giving investigators full access to conduct a thorough search. Yesterday's search was also conducted on the same day Special Counsel Robert Hur officially began his job of overseeing the investigation. Letting babies spend too much time watching TV, phone screens, or tablets could take a toll on their academic success in the future. Researchers studied more than 400 children in Singapore. The parents kept track of their kids' screen time and reported it to researchers. They found that excessive use of screen time during infancy may contribute to poor cognitive skills at age 9. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends putting off screen time until after a child is a year and a half. Scientists say more research needs to be done to fully understand the potential connection. And we've all heard the phrase, "I've fallen and I can't get up." What can you do to determine your risk for falls and prevent future injury? With more, here's ABC's Justin Finch.
Each year, 1 in 4 adults age 65 and older suffer a fall in the U.S. That's 36 million falls per year. Injuries from falls are more common as we age and can make you less independent. But there are effective ways to prevent these injuries. Older adults or caregivers can use the CDC's new Falls Free Checkup to learn about their risk. The free online checkup only takes a few minutes and includes 13 simple yes or no questions to tell you if you are high risk for a fall. You are then shown a video that explains your results and tells you what to do next to decrease your fall risk. Those at increased risk are encouraged to make an appointment with their primary care doctor. Physical therapy, strength and balance exercises, and talking to your doctors about your medications are all ways to reduce your fall risk moving forward. Check out the Falls Free Checkup on the CDC website today to help prevent a fall tomorrow. With this Medical Minute, I'm Justin Finch, ABC News.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
Making the grocery list, planning the week's meals, staying on budget, keeping everyone fed, even this little guy. And math homework? Don't worry, you've got this in the bag. With Hannaford's great store brands, weekly deals, and My Hannaford Rewards, you'll save big on everything you love every time you shop. Savings are in the bag at Hannaford Supermarkets.
Looking to haul a new piece of equipment? Homeowners or commercial, Coops Truck and Equipment has the right trailer for you. Coops is the largest dealer of truck flatbeds and hauler bodies in the state and can replace any old rusty bed or outfit any new truck. Our full-service facility can modify all truck and trailers with steel and aluminum fabricators on duty. We are your go-to place for CM truck bodies, H&H trailers, and load trail trailers. For trailers, truck bodies, truck outfitting, and more, it's Coops.
Before and bath fitter. Before and bath fitter. If you have a before bath, now's the time to call Bath Fitter to get a beautiful after. With our unique tub over tub process, there's no mess or stress. Spend smart on a beautiful new bath done right, backed by a lifetime warranty. Join over 2 million happy customers who know it just fits. Bath Fitter. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Almost 1/3 of investment fraud victims are over 60. If someone offers you an investment, ask them these questions first. Are you licensed with the Maine Office of Securities? Are the securities registered? What are all of the risks and fees? How and when will I get my money back? Check before you invest. Contact the Maine Office of Securities. If we don't know, we can't help. And get the Smart Investors Checklist at investors.maine.gov.
Today is Groundhog Day. This morning, Punxsutawney Phil was brought out around 7 a.m. This year, he saw his shadow, which means for us, unfortunately, another 6 more weeks of winter. Each year, people flock to Gobbler's Knob in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, to await the forecast from the local celebrity. It's a tradition that originated with German settlers who came to Pennsylvania in the 1700s and brought their superstitions with them. The first Groundhog's Day festival was held there in 1887. Solving the newest Rubik's Cube is now sustainable. Rubik's Cube now offers a 100% recycled version of the rotating puzzle for retail. What was originally made with wood, paper, and rubber bands is now made with recycled plastic and cardboard. The company hopes this will motivate children to be more eco-friendly. Well, I'm pretty sure that Devin Biggs doesn't rely on his shadow to get his forecast. Let's check in and find out more on what's in store. Devin?
All right, let's get right into things right now. 7 p.m. Saturday is when this wind chill warning will expire for everyone in the state. We're going to be dealing with 40 to 60 below wind chills across the state, so that's definitely going to hurt if you have to be outside. Also having winter storm watches in effect in the northern ends of the state for just 1 inch of snow, but blowing and drifting snow, blizzard-like conditions will be an issue in this area, though, so visibility is going to be more of an issue than the amount of snow that we'll be experiencing there. 4 p.m. Saturday, gale warning is in effect there along the coast. That's when that will expire. And one more advisory as well. This is a freezing spray warning until 4 p.m. Saturday because, of course, the ocean is going to be stirred up from the wind. It will splash on shore and freeze up because we're going to be dealing with very cold temperatures as a result. Here's how cold we're going to be dealing with. So later on tonight is when all this will begin to move in, lasting through Friday, and possibly temperatures that could get down to 29 below in a few spots at times to the northern ends of the state, and possibly getting pretty cold down neck of the woods too, around 20 to 25 below. So we'll need to be careful with that. And the feels like temperature, this one's going to look a little bit more shocking with some areas in the northern ends of the state, possibly 60 below, and a few spots in Bangor getting close to 45 to 50 below. So these are going to be dangerous wind chills that we'll be dealing with. So if you do have to head outside, please bundle up and limit that time outside because this could be very dangerous, especially with air temperatures also well below zero. Our average high is 28 degrees. We'll be fine today in the lower 30s. 9 degrees Friday. That'll be hit early in the day. 3 below for the high Saturday. But the good news is this cold snap will be very short-lived. We're back in the 30s and even 40s by Sunday through Wednesday of next week. So here we are. Right now, we're not seeing much of anything. We're seeing some clouds that are starting to move in. Any snow is off in Canada right now. So we're fine today. The action starts to get going later on tonight with its front assault for the north and west. That'll be moving in our direction. Our lives are going to change for a little while, though, with historically cold temperatures that we'll need to be careful with, and of course some very cold wind chills as well. So let's move forward though with Futurecast. Increasing clouds for today. The snow gets going as we head towards early Friday morning, and once we push that through by about 3 to 4 o'clock, the sky clears out. We'll get some sunshine, but it's not going to help much. Temperatures will be falling throughout the day. It'll be so cold we actually have ocean effect snow that could develop and move away to the south and east. But meanwhile, though, we'll be clear on land and temperatures that will be falling very, very sharply. So this will be a time to be very careful if you do have to head outside. So for today, we're looking at this. Lower 30s on the way, mostly cloudy with that southwest wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour at times. Things get interesting tonight. Mostly cloudy, a few flurries, but better chances for snow in the northern ends of the state. Lows of around 3 below. Southwest wind at about 25 miles per hour. And then here we go. This high temperature hit overnight as well. 9 degrees early Friday morning. Partly cloudy. Falling temperatures. Northwest wind getting up to around 40 miles per hour at times. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast. So here we are, 23 below Friday night. Wind chills of 40 to 60 below. Very dangerous wind chills and air temperatures that we'll need to be careful with. Only 3 below for the high on Saturday with a mostly sunny sky. 10 below for the low Saturday night, but then we improve. Lots of snow, a little bit of snow on the way on Sunday. Temperatures in the lower 30s. The mid 30s on Monday, mostly cloudy and a slight chance for snow.
Thank you. I think, Devin, I'm trying to be positive about these temperatures. I'm trying to think of them as invigorating. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of